The IPL has a new table topper, and it is the 2022 champions, the Gujarat Titans, when they have finally beaten the Rajasthan Royals to become the first team in the 2025 season to actually get to the landmark of 8 points. Might not seem like a lot, but with the number of matches now really beginning to catch up to everyone, it is as good a time as ever to be in and around the top 4. And of course, more importantly, the top 2, given it gives you that extra chance of potentially making it to the final. Now, this match, of course, was a little bit of a mismatch. And what we'll talk about, the 3 major talking points from this particular match. And let's start with talking point number 1, the rise of Sai Sudharshan. Now, there were plenty of doubts over where exactly it is that someone as talented as Sai Sudharshan would fit into the batting lineup, but he's come in a relatively new position as an opener alongside Shubman Gill and done extremely well. He's been so consistent that the half-century that he'd scored against the Rajasthan Royals was his 3rd half-century in 5 matches so far. That is a very, very good return, especially in a format that is as high risk and high reward as T20 cricket is. It's a well-known fact that Sudharshan is one of the more talented batters in the domestic circuit right now, but he's been quietly putting together a number of good performances for Gujarat, and it is nice to finally see him get to shine as arguably one of their top batters. And to say that really is a lot, considering the likes of Shubman Gill and Jos Buttler are also part of that same batting lineup. Talking point number 2, and truth be told, the only major positive that the Rajasthan Royals could take away from this particular match, and that is, of course, the form of Jofra Archer. Now, obviously, there were question marks around Archer, given that he has often struggled for rhythm and consistency ever since he's had to recover from nearly 2 years on the sidelines after going through elbow surgeries and multiple elbow surgeries at that, which has sometimes actually looked like it's diminished his pace and his consistency as well. But in this match, we saw everything that we know Archer is very good at doing. He's getting the ball to move at a very quick pace. He was threatening batters with some very, very fast balls. And he generally looked like he was enjoying his fast bowling. And that's a good sight, really, not just for England and even for the IPL, but world cricket as a whole. Talents like Archer don't always come by often, and you don't want to be actually losing players like him to potential injuries because, again, they're rare talents. And talking point number 3, and one that has been talked about a lot when it comes to the Rajasthan Royals, but which I feel deserves a little bit of a mention once again. The Rajasthan Royals and their preference for specialist players in specialist roles really does seem very outdated in an era where all-rounders are very much valued in T20 cricket, even if the IPL has somewhat diminished their importance with the impact player rule. Despite the impact player rule actually being announced, you see a lot of teams batting up till as deep as number 9, thanks to the impact player and, of course, using all-rounders in their playing 11. Rajasthan Royals, by comparison, were only batting as deep as number 7 in this particular match, which does make it weird because you would think that with the impact player coming in, they'd be batting deeper, but their preference for specialist batters and specialist bowlers means that they end up having a rather one-dimensional looking side. In fact, this is something that has been a feature of their team for a number of years, and it's quite surprising that it hasn't really changed because having all-rounders would ensure they'd have more players to contribute both with the bat and with the ball, and that they wouldn't be reliant solely on specialists to get the job done. It is very, very odd seeing a team rely this much on specialists in this era of T20 cricket, and whilst Rajasthan fans will argue that it got them to the final of the 2022 edition of the IPL, many others will rightly say that it's an approach that hasn't actually won them anything because a runners-up finish is not really something you'll be celebrating that loudly. But these are the major talking points from this particular IPL 2025 encounter. What were your thoughts? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to follow Republic World and Republic Sport Fit for more such interesting videos from the world of sport.
One of the biggest dangers to our country are negative influences, dirty influencers. These are people who are there on digital mediums only to get numbers, and what they do has had a very negative effect on our society. We all know about it. But together, you and I can change that. Republic is starting an influencer incubator program where you can be part of creating some world-class content that is nation first, that helps our country, that creates awareness. And you can work with me here on this campus as part of the first phase of the Republic Influencer Incubator Program, which is the Positive Influencers Program. The Positive Influencers Program, which is going to be run from the Republic Media Campus, which is the largest newsroom in Asia, aims to bring together a diverse set of people from across the country. You can work from where you are, you can work with me here on this campus to create content on anything which you feel, if it proliferates, if it spreads, will have a positive impact on our people. It could be in the area of health, technology, defense, awareness, current affairs, politics, or even history, science and technology. I know there are a lot of you out there who have the talent, and all that you want is the reach. And Republic is doing this to give your content the reach. Together, all of us can come together and create a content revolution in our country. The digital medium, the growth of digital in our country is one of the most fascinating things, but you can use it in a positive way for the country, or you can use it in a negative way for our country. There are too many people who are using the digital medium to make a quick buck. But together, all of us, if we become one unit that's working in national interest, that believes in nation first, then through the Positive Influencer Program, we can change the way the digital medium works in our country. So come, I welcome you to work with me here on the Republic campus as part of the Positive Influencer Program. Here on the Republic Media Campus, you will have access to great infrastructure, a warm and welcoming professional environment, and of course, the best production values. Now, if you have the content and you feel it needs the finish, it needs to be worked on, or that you would benefit from working in an environment where there are many other content creators like you, then you can be here. You can work with me here in the Republic newsroom. You can work from home. You can make it 50-50. You can make it work the way you want. As long as you believe that the content you create, and we believe that the content you create, will make our nation number one, will be one solid contribution towards a Viksit Bharat, then you can be part of this wonderful program. The initiative I announced in the presence of the Prime Minister at the Republic Summit, which is the Republic Positive Influencer Program. So come, work with me, work with us. Let's make a difference for our country.